The purpose of this film was just to show you where things come from. They don't come in a packet, they don't come off the shelf. They're from the ground, from producers, from beautiful people. So we went to the Sunshine Coast, the Granite Belt, the Scenic Rim, the Southern Downs, dotted here and there, just to cherry pick some of the producers we use. And it's only the tip of the iceberg.
Heading up to the Granite Belt and being involved in making this film changed my perspective. The excitement is the grapes like Vermentino, things like Tempranillo. Some of these wines are some of the best examples of the variety we're seeing in Australia.
Granite Belt and Tempranillo just work hand in hand. You know, you look at all the Tempranillos around here, everyone's producing Tempranillo that is quality. It's definitely the granite rocky soils, you know, it makes it work really hard. The altitude's one thing as well. You know, we're sitting at 840 metres and it tends to like that altitude.
Most people are unaware how spoilt we are for choice with produce and wine within, 2 hours drive.
We have what we call a whole system approach to the way we grow food, and it is about looking after the environmental health. For us, it's got to be fresh, it's local and seasonal, and it's picked that week.
Andrew, what makes your eggs so damn tasty? Because they are delicious.
Low stocking density. They're allowed to forage out for insects, for grubs, for grass, green grass, and that's what gives it a real rich taste that you just can't get through a feed in a big battery system.
I enjoy growing fruit, and it's been a really good challenge to try and grow things organically. Now, we've always tried to have interesting, good quality and tasty product to get onto the market and to people like you who cook with it at the Stokehouse.
I want to sort of feel and touch it after it's grown, before we cook it, after we cook it.
This is the global harbour spanner crab right here on this wharf. If you look at the anatomy of this spanner crab, this is one of our smaller ones. You can see this spanner-like claw, absolutely perfect for getting into Queensland saucer scallop. So wherever you find Queensland scallop, you find these guys.
The flavours that we get from our sheep, apart from being a pure Awassi milk product that we make our feta with, we don't add anything to it. We don't add anything at all. It's as pure as it comes out of the sheep.
The excitement in what's happening in the Granite Belt is the grapes like Vermentino, things like Tempranillo that can handle the warmer climate of the Granite Belt, but the wines are starting to look like world-class examples of those varieties.
We're not like the Coonawarra where we should be growing Cabernet. We're not like the Clare, we should be growing Riesling.
Sure.
We can make our own rules, and the great thing about the wine industry here in the Granite Belt is that there are no rules. We can do whatever we want.
What I look for in the food is to start with the story, because that kind of leads you to the path of where it came from, what it is, how it was made, sort of the love that goes into it. And then you kind of all underpinned by flavour. Has to taste delicious. There's no kind of two ways about it.
Each fish is hand-picked for your restaurant. From the moment it comes off the boat, we grade it, we package it and we freight it to you, all with the customer in mind.
Now that I'm here, I can really see why this honey tastes like it does. All these vines above us, pretty special.
We use the bees to pollinate these fruit, and that's the end result. The finger lime grows beautifully here, as you can look around and see the trees and finger limes on the trees, ready to be picked. Nowhere else in the world will you find wild finger limes. These are two emerald finger limes. You just cut that open, and you'll find that the pearls will just ooze out.
Look, they just kind of explode out, don't they? So Mel, why potatoes?
I like growing them, and I also like eating them.
Could you see yourself living anywhere, doing anything else?
Don't think so. They can put me somewhere else when I'm dead, but while I'm alive, I'll stay here for the rest of my life. So I think I just can't find anything better.
I guess I've learnt a lot more respect for the people that go and do what they do every day, because without that commitment and hard work, we wouldn't have such wonderful produce and wine to show off to our guests here every day.
I'd have to agree with Ben, because without good produce, you can't make awesome food.